Hello students, I am Santosh. Now I am going to discuss about the human digestive system. On that day I have already told you about the human digestive systems. There is a long tube which is coiled in the some places is found in our alimentary canal. And alimentary canal has many parts. It begins with the mouth, food pipe, which is also known as the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and after that it ends into rectum and then anus. So we can say here the alimentary canal begin with the mouth and end with the anus. As you know that in our body many glands are there which secrete digestive juices, enzymes which is helpful in our digestion. Salivary glands, liver, gallbladder, pancreas are the organs that secrete the digestive juices which help to convert to break down the complex substances into the simpler substances by which it can be easily digested. Digestive juices are secreted by the inner wall of the stomach and inner wall of the small intestine also. I will tell you later. I want to tell you about the liver. As you know that liver is a large gland, large gland in our body. So let us see here digestion in mouth. As you know that food is taken in or ingested through the mouth. So digestion begin inside your mouth when you chew the food. The water in your mouth is a digestive juice called saliva. The water in your mouth is a digestive juice which is called saliva. हमारे जो मुंह में पानी जैसा पानी होता है वो एक क्या है, डाइजेस्टिव जूस है जिसका नाम क्या है, सलाइवा है. एंड दिस सलाइवा has a amylase, and saliva it is secreted by the three parts of the salivary glands in your mouth. So as you keep a piece of bread on your tongue, then after that you chew it, and chewing breaks down the food into small pieces and mixes it with the saliva. This process is called mastication. So what is the mastication? Mastication is the process to break down the food into small pieces and mixes it with the saliva. So mastication. And after that we mix the food very well, then it goes down into the esophagus, that is food pipe. After that your teeth cut and tear and grind the food before you swallow. So I want to tell you about there are different types of the teeth in our mouth which has the different type of the jobs, different kind of the, they play different kind of the jobs a child has. So I want to tell you about the teeth, how many teeth are there in a child. A child has only 20 teeth, 20 teeth only, 10 in each jaw, in upper jaw and in lower jaw. There are two jaw, upper jaw and lower jaw. In each jaw there are 10 teeth. So total 20 teeth are there in a child, but in a adult human there are 32 teeth. So in child these teeth are known as milk teeth, and they fall off by the age of the 10 and replaced by the larger permanent teeth. So the milk teeth are not permanent teeth, they fall off by the age of the 10 and are replaced by a permanent teeth. This set contains 32 teeth. As I have told you, the permanent teeth. This permanent teeth is found in an adult human, and the total number of the teeth in an adult human is 32. So 16 in each jaw, 16 in upper jaw and 16 in lower jaw. There are 4 incisors, 2 canines, 4 premolar and 6 molar. So keep in mind, this is the formula to remember the name of the teeth: 4I, 2C, 4P and 6M. 4 2 4 6, 4 2 4 6. So 4 incisor, 2 canines, 4 premolar, 6 molars in each jaw. In each jaw. So I want to tell you about 4 incisor upper jaw, and this is lower jaw. In lower jaw and in upper jaw, total 16, total 32 in upper jaw, and in lower jaw total 32 teeth are there in an adult human. So I want to tell you about the formula: 4 incisor, 4 incisor, 4 incisor, 2 canines, 4 premolar, 6 molar. This is the formula of the teeth: 4I, 2C, 4P and 6M molar. Let us see here what is the structure and how do you recognize them. What is incisor teeth? So your front teeth, which is only for biting and cutting, your front teeth are known as incisors, which is used for biting and cutting only. So you can see 2 in upper jaw and 2 in lower jaw. So total 4 incisors are there. 1 2 1 2 in upper jaw and in lower jaw. Front teeth, this is called incisor. This is called incisor. This is only for cutting and biting. And next to the incisor are canines, and these type of the teeth are very pointed, and these type of the teeth are used in peeling and tearing pieces of the food such as flesh and meat. These type of the teeth are used to tear the pieces of food. Mostly we use these teeth to tear the pieces of the food like flesh, meat. So what is the number of canines? So there are 2 canines, one left side and one right side, and in the lower jaw, you see here beside the canines, one pointed, two pointed canines are there in lower jaw and in upper jaw. Canines in upper jaw and in lower jaw. So total so we can say here the teeth at the back of your mouth, the teeth at the back of your mouth are broad with the almost flat surface. Flat surface. These crush and grind the food. The use of this type of the teeth is used to crush and grind the food. We use this teeth to crush the food, to grind the food. Grind करने के लिए इस teeth का use होते हैं. And they are premolar and molar. They are very permanent and they are very fixed. So molar are larger than premolar. Keep in mind, molar are larger than premolar, so backside teeth are known as molar. You can see the figure here. Backside teeth are known as molar, and premolar is just in front of molar teeth. These type of the teeth are used to crush and grind the food. हम लोग इसी चीज़ का यूज़ करते हैं उसको क्रश करने के लिए फूड को. एंड यू नो what is enamel? The white substance that cover your teeth is called enamel. As we know that our teeth is in the white color, and this white color substance is called enamel, and it is the hardest substance in our bodies. If anyone asks you what is the hardest substance in our body, so you have to tell enamel is the hardest substance in our body. So I told you, as you keep the piece of bread on your mouth, so saliva mix with the food, and then you use the teeth to crush and break down the food into simple and smaller, to make the simple and smaller. So saliva in your mouth help to break down the starch. So what is the use of the saliva? Saliva breaks down the starch into sugar. So what is the use of saliva? Saliva is used to break down the starch into sugar. It is used to break down the starch into sugar that are easier to digest, and it makes food easier to swallow by it wet and slippery. Your tongue is a muscular organ that helps you to eat, and it pushes food towards your teeth, and it also helps to make the food with the saliva and enables you to swallow it. So we can say tongue is a muscular organ, and it also helps to move the food in the mouth. So you can say here, the scientists earlier thought that the taste bud are detect different kind of the taste are located in the specific area of the tongue. And now it is proved that each taste bud can detect all taste. Earlier, scientists were understanding that the taste bud are that detect different kind of the taste, but now it has proved that each taste bud can detect all tastes. So one another function of the tongue is a, as you know that tongue is a muscular organ, and it helps to moves the food in the mouth here and there. So its another job is here. It also has a bud, is a taste bud, which is spread across its surface, and each taste bud can detect all the tastes like sweet, salty, sour and bitter. एक खट्टा मीठा सभी प्रकार के जो है कि टेस्ट को टेस्ट कर सकता है. Understood? So now we have to see digestion in stomach. We have to see here digestion in stomach. This is the stomach. This is the stomach. You can see here stomach. जैसे हम लोग भोजन खाते हैं मुंह के रास्ते, तो ये फूड पाइप के थ्रू आता है एंड इट गोस इनटू स्टमक. ये स्टमक में जाता है. After the food swallowed, it is allowed to it slides down the pharynx into the food pipe, that is called esophagus. So after the food is swallowed, it slides down the pharynx into the esophagus. या esophagus में जाता है. The esophagus leads from your mouth to the stomach, और ये esophagus is connected to the stomach, and it is made up of muscles. These muscles gently push food down to your stomach in a wave-like action called peristaltis. What is the peristaltis? Peristaltic movement is a movement, the contraction and relaxation of food pipe. The contraction and relaxation of food pipe is called peristaltic movement. This peristaltic movement helps to move the food down into the stomach. Actually, this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal to push the food forward. So, this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canals to push down the food. Your what is the structure of the stomach? Structures of the stomach is J. It looks like in J shape, and it is made up of J shape bag made up of the muscles, and it can hold up to 2 liters of food at a time. It can hold 2 liters of food at a time. 2 liters of food at a time. So food stay in the stomach. Food stay in the stomach from a few minutes to a few hours depending on the type of the foods eaten. So हमारे पेट में जो है कि भोजन कुछ मिनट से कुछ घंटों तक रुक सकता है. It depends on the type of the food which is eaten. The inner lining of the stomach also secrete some digestive juices like mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. This mucus, what is the use of this mucus? This mucus protect the inner lining of the stomach from the hydrochloric acid, because our stomach also release the hydrochloric acid, which is acid. So it protects, mucus protect our stomach from the HCl, because acid is very dangerous. So it protect our inner lining of the stomach from the hydrochloric acid. The acid, what is the use of this HCl? So this HCl is used in our stomach to kill the bacteria that enter along with the food, and it also helps to make the uh, medium acidic. To make the medium acidic, it also helps in the digestion of the protein. So there are different function of the acid. It first of all, it kills the bacteria which has entered with the food, and it also help in the digestion to the digestion of the protein, and second, it also helps to make the medium acidic. The stomach muscles squeeze and mix the food with the digestive juices, and these digestive juices break down the protein into simpler substances. Then the food gets partially digested into the stomach, then it goes into the small intestine where the most of the digestion occur. So now we have to see digestion in the small intestine. As you know that the last step of the digestion takes place in the small intestine. As the food leaves your stomach, it enters into a long narrow tube below the stomach called small intestine. So if anyone asks the last step of the digestion कहाँ पे होता है, the last step of the digestion takes place in the small intestine. और see here small intestine क्या होता है, ये small intestine जो है यह एक नैरो ट्यूब होती है which is coiled and it is placed below the stomach. Now you can see the muscles in the small intestine makes the food more digestive. As I have told you, some other juices comes from the liver also, and liver is the largest gland in our body, and pancreas also release some juices, and pancreatic pancreatic juice that change the starch into simple sugar. And as you know that liver also secrete the bile juice which is stored in the gallbladder, and the main function of the bile juice is to break up the fat into teeny droplets that can be digested easily and absorbed more easily. The digestive juices that act on these teeny droplets to form the simpler compound known as the fatty acid and glycerol. And pancreas also release pancreatic juice which convert the starch into simple sugar and protein into simple compound called amino acid. Amino acid. So you can see here bile juice and pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice का काम है, ये क्या करता है, ये स्टार्च को change star into simple sugar and protein and into simpler compound called amino acid. Amino acid. And after that we have to see here the, this is the villi, this is the structure of the small intestine, this is the inner structure. We can see in the inner structure of the small intestine some finger like outgrowth we can see. So which is called villi. This structure is called villi, and this villi increase the rate of the absorption in the small intestine. In the small intestine, absorption of the food occur through the thousand of the small finger like projection in the inner wall of the small intestine. इसी को हम लोग विली कहते हैं, और इसका काम क्या होता है, इट इंक्रीज द सरफेस एरिया ऑफ द एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ द डाइजेस्टेड फूड. And then each villus has a network of the fine blood capillaries. Each villus has a fine network of the blood capillaries uh, close to the surface, and food absorbed on the surface of the villus passes into the blood in the capillaries, and the food absorbed in the surface on the surface villus passes into the blood in the capillary. And after that assimilation मतलब क्या होता है, assimilation में क्या होता है, the food absorbed into the blood is transported to the different part of the body. The food absorbed into the blood is transported to the different part of the body, and this is used for to provide the energy and the material for the growth and repair of the body tissue. And now egestion is the last step. as we know that not all the food you eat is digested. जो भी हम लोग खाते हैं वो पूरा डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता है, and not absorbed. Then the food that cannot be digested move down, move from the small intestine into large intestine. As you know that large intestine is a wide tube, and here in the large intestine also some finger like outgrowth is there, that is known as villi, and this will increase the rate of the absorption of the water here. So most of the water present in the waste is absorbed in the large intestine, and then uh, the waste food which is in the solid form goes into rectum. So last part of the large intestine is the rectum. So then it is passed out of the body through the anus, and this solid part is known as stool. This solid part is known as stool. Thank you.